All right, here we are. Pails in Comparison Tour. Recap of days 14 and 15.
Yes, which took us from Asheville to Nashville to where we currently are, which is Sierra, Arkansas.
And you know...
What's their motto?
Well, there's no place like
Sierra.
At least that's what it says on the wall at the Sonic. No,
at the Chili's.
At the Chili's. Because you'll notice we're not standing in front of a brewery.
Because
there ain't none.
No.
So it's an ice chest evening.
Yep. So we left Asheville and that amazing visit at Sierra Nevada and hit some of the most amazing weather I've ever seen in my life. I mean,
that rolled in.
At least while I was driving. I mean, we just don't have that kind of weather in California. So we hit Knoxville and there was a thunderstorm where you just don't know. Shouldn't we be pulling over? And people, I mean, the lightning was right outside the truck.
Everybody driving with their emergency flashes on.
Yeah.
I really haven't been
slowed down to
like
like 30 miles an hour. It was, I kind of was white knuckling. It was scary. And it went on for long enough that I was like, this is scary. I was exhausted.
Yeah.
It was good. But then we pulled into Nashville.
Yep. Which is a cool town. Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Last time you were there?
It's 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And it has changed.
Yep.
So the first place we went to, Tennessee Brew Works.
Man,
that was a good call.
Yes, you did good.
The Brewery Map app. It's a great way to research stuff.
Had really good country music. Awesome country guy playing live, a band playing live.
Yeah, like 3 floors, a couple floors.
Yep.
And we got some good food.
Yes, actually one of the best burgers I've ever had. It was so good. And they're brewing some really interesting beer. I mean, they were using beets in one of their beers, sweet potato in one of their beers. I mean, their stout was actually with sweet potato. Was good, though.
But that was good.
Yeah. They're mixing kombucha and
with their Belgian white ale. Yeah. And it was, I mean, if you just suspend all your beer disbelief, a very lemony, citrusy, refreshing drink of some kind.
Yes. And then I had a barrel-aged farmhouse ale that was amazing. I mean, great bourbon flavors. It was so delicious. Then
and their IPA was great too.
IPA was great. So really good food. That was awesome.
And we got to talk to those guys a little bit, and that was cool. It was a cool place to hang out.
Yes, gave them some swag.
Yeah. And then we went downtown.
Yes.
And if you're gonna go downtown Nashville, you got to go to Tootsie's.
He took me to Tootsie's, and when we first walked in, I thought, it was so packed you could hardly make it through.
Nothing like when I was there 20 years ago. For one, now they're open up to the 3rd floor up on the top. There's a band playing upstairs, a band playing downstairs, wall-to-wall people. But we happened upon 2 seats at the bar.
And I said, if you're going to make me be in Tootsie's with all these people, we're drinking Jameson.
Yeah, so we did a little of that with beer chasers, but it's hard to call that beer.
Yeah, it wasn't. So hence the Jameson, which was delicious.
It was delicious.
It was good. And then I tried to talk Jeff into letting me buy $350 cowboy boots next door.
Seemed like a totally
it was a great idea.
Sober decision. I was fully supporting.
He thought I would regret that this morning.
I just thought I should shop around a little more, maybe the next day.
Really good call. Everybody had boots. I want some boots. I want some now.
They were very cute.
They were cute. Thanks. Yeah. And then we walked by the Ryman and
check that out from the outside. Everything's closed up early. Yeah. That kind of stuff.
We got to experience that area, which is, it kind of reminds me of, kind of Vegas light, but also being on that strip in Austin too, like a really similar feel. Just tons of bars, tons of people. So we did
More
that.
More people than I remember. Maybe I was there at an off time. Yeah. Man, it was crazy.
And then today we left from Nashville and to head to Sierra. And the only reason some of this trip is like, what's 5 hours away? Because we're starting to make our way back to the West Coast. But Jeff found a great little brew pub called High Cotton Brewing in Memphis. Great IPA. Their Czar IPA.
Well, their best bitter was fantastic. I could have drank that all day. A weird little area, definitely,
it
industrial.
It was a little sketch. We pulled in, I was like, are you sure there's a brewery here?
I was not.
I see a abandoned Wonder Bread factory.
One more block, honey, just one more. Oh, there it is. And there were people hanging out. And
they were mixing Pellegrino, like peach, with their Hefeweizen and making some contraption.
I'm not a big Hefeweizen Belgian fan, so mixing it with other stuff doesn't like offend me.
Yeah.
It seems like
It was interesting.
maybe it's a good idea.
And yeah, doing
We didn't try that one.
but they had 3 different IPAs, and the one I had was I had the Czar, and it was really hoppy and not grapefruity. Like, it was just a nice, refreshing hoppy IPA. It was really good.
There was this abandoned bar across the street that used to be called Kudzu's that I really want to buy.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
And it was so hot. Oh
So
my
we
God.
just stopped in for a pint and then back on the road.
Yep.
Got here to Searcy just in time
to
hang out here.
To not
with you
find
folks.
anything that was open to eat on a Sunday night, so we went to Chili's, and we're gonna regret that later too.
I already am, honey.
So head out tomorrow for Norman, Oklahoma.
Which does have a couple of breweries there, so
we're gonna check them out.
Make some stuff.
And we got a couple shout outs over the last couple days, so we'll do some sponsored beer shout outs. And see y'all
later. All right, it's time for sponsored beers. We're at the Tennessee Brew Works, and this round of sponsored beers is going out to Kevin Cannon.
Kevin Cannon had rules.
He did.
And we're trying to follow the rules.
Oh, we're in Nashville.
We are in Nashville.
And Kevin wanted us to get any kind of picture outside of Ryman, the Grand Ole Opry or something.
So we'll try that.
Here it is. Here it is right now.
But we had to do the shout out to you because this is kombucha
and their Belgian white blended together.
That's
So
what they're doing.
definitely thought of Kevin.
Super refreshing.
You know, Kevin taught me everything I know about home brewing and a lot of what I know about beer, and talked me into stop buying Miller Genuine Draft and start buying pale ale.
Kevin had a Ketchikan Brewing Company in Alaska.
Yeah, among other adventures in brewing. So I apologize to all you. It's really actually Kevin's fault. Anything I know about beer is his fault.
That's good. And I'm drinking a barrel-aged, Kevin, barrel-aged, kind of their pale ale and farmhouse ale. And it's pretty amazing. And we just blew the keg on it, so this is it.
Yeah, I'm having the Cutaway IPA, which is delicious, very citrusy, but very
A lot
good.
of grapefruit. Really tastes grapefruit now.
Yeah, and there's some great music here. This is a cool spot.
Yeah, well, we're in Nashville.
So, thanks, Kevin.
Thanks, Kevin.
Or should I say Cousin Clam?
Feel close. Okay, that's better. Okay, shout out to Ryan Richter.
Yeah, this sponsored beer from High Cotton Brewing and their ESB, and it's delicious.
Yeah, I'm having their Czar IPA, and it's super hoppy, but really refreshing. It's hot in Memphis, so hot. So Ryan, this was a very kind, and I'll bet Sarah too. I'll bet Sarah had something to do with it. You know?
It's possible.
Yeah. Thanks.
You know about Ryan.
Yeah.
He's crazy good at the. You may think he's good at the internet.
Ryan's crazy good at the internet. That's true. And Sarah's crazy good at that whole home selling thing.
So I hear.
They're both crazy good. Thanks, Richter.
Thanks to the crazy good beer.
I don't think we're in Kansas anymore.
Oh, where the hell are we?
We're in a limbo space.